Alright, what's up everybody? We are live for March Madness, final day of the first weekend. We've got two games on right now. We got Iowa actually leading Florida by 12, and we got Utah State, Arizona, and got a few games set to tip off in a little while. But welcome to the stream, everybody. We just saw Tennessee upset Virginia. That is actually a game I correctly predicted. I took Tennessee to beat Virginia in the round of 32 and then play Iowa State in Sweet 16, which is exactly what's going to happen. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Should have some pretty good games so far. Or pretty good games on now. Before Virginia lost, you were ranked 272,000. Wow, that's really good. In the 99th percentile, 460 points. That's crazy. Right now, I am in the 79.9th percentile. Ranked 5.5 millionth. 440 points. But that is really good. But I took Arizona to beat Utah State. They're currently up 10. I took Florida to beat Iowa, which is not looking great. And I took UCLA to upset UConn. And the fourth game I did not have in my bracket. I had Akron Hofstra. Instead, I got both those first round games wrong. And it is Alabama, Texas Tech. But so far, I've correctly predicted 3, 4, 9 Sweet 16 teams so far. But Iowa up 12, 51-39. And here's a corner 3 for Florida, but they blew it dead first. But this is an interesting one. Iowa with Florida on upset alert. Here's Hawk for 3. It's good. Florida cuts it to a 9-point game. On the shot clock for Iowa, leading 51-42. Here's Bennett Sturts, pull up 2-pointer, airballs it. Iowa gets through and miss. They got to put a shot up. And now here's Sturts, 2 to shoot. Almost banked it in. But here's Florida the other way. Somebody's on the ground for Iowa. And Houck gets fouled but can't get it to go. So he'll shoot 2. You got Florida, Arizona, UConn, Texas Tech. Makes sense. I would take Texas Tech over Alabama if I had that in my bracket. But obviously I didn't. But incorrect picks with the Sweet 16 so far. I took Louisville to get there. I took Vanderbilt to get there. I took Gonzaga and Akron. Those are my 4 mistakes. You've only got Gonzaga and Virginia as your losses. That's pretty good. It makes sense that you're in the 99th percentile. So 7-point game. 13 minutes to go. Here's a pass inside. And then they'll kick it back out. Here starts with it. Both teams making a lot of shots this half. Iowa 7 for 9, Florida 4 for 5 from the field. Here's the drive inside, way up, falls in. Iowa back up by 9. Here's Houck driving inside, and he got it knocked away, but a foul got called. So a 9-point Iowa lead. So here is Halleck at the free throw line. He's got 11 points, 3 rebounds today for Florida. And his first one rims out. Second free throw is good. Make it an 8-point game. Florida with some pressure here full court. Iowa got to the cross. Here's the drive inside. Layup, no good. Foul gets called. They're going to call it against Ruben Chinua. That's his 4th for Florida. And now Chinua with 4 fouls will go to the bench. The second free throw is good. And Iowa up by 10. Chinua's got 4 fouls, no points. Here's the drive inside, pump fake. Shot does not go, foul gets called. Already the 6th team foul against Iowa here in the second half. But Florida will shoot 2. Florida's one of your Final Four teams. I've got them going to the Elite Eight and then losing to Houston. But I think they've got the potential to go to the Final Four. Although, got to make sure they can get past Iowa here first. So both free throws are good for Florida. 8-point Iowa lead. Again, some pressure. Full court for Florida. Here's Bennett. Sturts with it for Iowa. Under 10 to shoot. Sturts driving inside. Sturts kicks out. Open 3. Rims out. Florida grabs the rebound. 2 guys go tumbling to the floor. No foul called. So it's 4-on-4 the other way. Here's Alex Condon. And Condon got fouled. So he'll go to the line for 1-and-1. So they will go to commercial. Iowa up by 8. With 11:25 to go. You're back, it's fine. Your team lost in a buzzer beater today. Oh, you're a Kansas fan? Yeah, so I was surprised Kansas came back to make it so close. Because I was watching, I saw St. John's up by like 12. And then I left the room, I came back, and it was a 2-point game. Yeah, that's definitely a tough way to lose. Could have won that? Yeah, definitely. Bill Self did not use timeouts perfectly. if he did, that game would have been over. I'll take your word for it. I don't really remember when he used timeouts and when he didn't. I mean, I also left the room for a minute and then came back and I saw it was a close game. But I mean overtime. But UCLA and UConn gonna start in about 15 minutes. Texas Tech, Alabama gonna start in 50. Refs miscalled and made some bad calls to help Kansas get motivated. About 6-7 minutes left. Interesting. But the St. John's win ends up being really good for my bracket because I took them to go to the Final Four. So they're back from commercial here. Condon at the free throw line for Florida. Got 11 points, 3 rebounds. And Condon's first free throw is good. The front end of the 1-and-1. Bracket only lost to Texas today. That's pretty good. I picked Texas to win the first round, not second round. So I also got that wrong. Condon makes both free throws, makes it a 6-point game. 55-49. So here's Iowa with it, 12 to shoot. Using a lot of time like they do in every possession. Play one of the slowest paces in the country. Now under 5 to shoot. Here's a 3, and that comes up way short. And goes out of bounds. Four wrong in your bracket overall. That's really good. There's a bounce pass inside. What a pass! And Condon with the dunk. 4-point game. Condon's got 15. Starts with it, 10 to shoot. He passes one inside. The layup is going to bounce off the rim. No good. And Florida takes it the other way. Here's Hauk. He drives inside. His floater off the glass. No good. Rebound gets knocked out of bounds off of Iowa. Florida keeps the ball. With 10:01 on the clock. Here's a 3 off the inbound. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Iowa. You took Florida. Yeah, so did I. I took them to go to the Elite Eight. Ten to shoot for Iowa. And we're going to get a foul called against Florida. So the shot clock resets to 20. Iowa up by 4. Here's the drive inside. And the layup, no good. They get their own rebound and put it in. Iowa back up by 6. Here's Lee in the corner. And that pass gets stolen. Iowa the other way. And he loses it out of bounds. It goes off of Iowa. That is a major missed opportunity right there. He dribbles it off his foot. And Florida will have it. So 9:06 to go. Iowa by 6. 57-51. 9 minutes to go. Here's Condon. Condon gets it back here. He drives inside. Condon lays it in off the glass. 4-point game. Condon's now got 17 points. Also got 5 assists. Here's the drive inside. That gets blocked from behind. And Florida the other way. We transition 3. It's good. Florida only down by 1. Timeout Iowa. 57-56. 8:16 to go. And Florida is cut into a 1-point game. Florida fighting their way back. It's funny, Iowa State player missed every basket except the game winner. Iowa State? They won by a lot, didn't they? You mean St. John's? I think you might be talking about the St. John's guy. He was 1 for 5, with his one shot being the game winner. Yeah, Virginia over Tennessee. I saw a lot of people did. I actually took Tennessee to get the upset there, and ended up happening. Yeah, Tennessee beating Virginia. Yeah, so did I. Virginia cost you 2 times with the loss. Yeah, that is... That could be costly. Hate St. John's. Picked him, but you hate him. I can understand that. Arizona up by 11, 33-22. Right now you have Florida in the championship, but it's not looking great so far. Yeah, I took Florida to go to the Elite 8. I just worry about their guard play. But, I mean, they're still a really good team. I've got them in the Elite 8 and then losing to Houston. All Big East teams suck except Providence. Okay. You've got Duke, Arizona. I've got Arizona and Houston in my championship. Which so far looks pretty good. Houston's in the Sweet 16. Arizona has looked good as well. I mean, it's still a long way to go before both teams get there, but I think both teams have played pretty well. My worst pick so far is either Akron to the Sweet 16 or Louisville to the Sweet 16. But I'd say Akron's probably my worst pick. Yeah, I picked Akron to the Sweet 16. That was definitely not a great pick. So they're back from commercial here. 8 minutes to play. Iowa leads by 1. Here Sturt's driving inside. His layup does not go, and a foul gets called. The first free throw for Sturt's no good. He's only been off the court for 7 minutes. And I think that's at the last 6 games for Iowa. That's a lot. Or a lot of time on the court. Here's Hauk. Nice pass inside. And the dunk ties it at 58. The fourth tie. We've seen 3 lead changes. The largest lead of the day was Iowa by 12. So here Sturt's with it. Here's Sturt's. He puts up a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Florida, and they've got it the other way. Here's a pass inside. Condon throws it down, and Florida leads 60 to 58. First lead since it was 11-8. Florida's really woken up here in this second half. Corner 3, wide open. Iowa responds. They take the lead right back. 61-60. Timeout by Iowa. 6:44 to go. Florida's come all the way back. You need Florida, Arizona, Texas Tech, UConn in the remaining games. I need Florida, Arizona, neither, because I didn't pick either. I had Akron in Sweet 16. I just said that. And I need UCLA. But yeah, Akron, they were like kind of my Cinderella pick. They were my double-digit seed to make the Sweet 16. And the reason I put them there is because I picked Akron and Hofstra. That was like the 2 of my major first-round upsets, and neither happened. Yeah, that's probably my biggest miss so far. Oh, the UCLA could be a big miss. I've got them in the Elite 8, so if they lose tonight, that could be bad. Here's Hauk, wide open for 3. It's good. Florida back on top. Hauk's got 15. 63-61. And we got a foul called inside. Looks like this is against Florida. You got High Point right. You got VCU wrong. Yeah, I also took High Point. I got VCU right. And I got the Texas first round upset right. But I didn't think they'd make Sweet 16. But then I also took Akron, Hofstra, and Santa Clara on day 2. And none of those upsets happened. If you want to include the 7-10 or 10/7 in that upset as well with Santa Clara. Here Sturt's with a shot. No good. Rebound goes to Florida. Leading by 2. 63-61. Here's Lee. His pass inside. Condon got knocked away. Florida keeps the ball. Here's Hauk driving inside. His layup goes in off the glass. Florida by 4. Ties their largest lead of the day. Here's a long pass ahead. Inside. And now Iowa pulls it back out. Here's Sturts driving in. And his shot won't go. But foul gets called. 7th team foul against Florida. VCU was your pick, but changed to North Carolina. Well, that's tough. I did the same thing with TCU and Ohio State. I was going back and forth on that 1,000 times. I originally took TCU, but then at the last second I switched to Ohio State. BYU, North Carolina, and Georgia were your first round wrong picks. That's really good, though, only having 3 wrong picks in the first round. I think I had 6. But that's a really good first round. Florida, they've made 6 straight shots in the last 340. They're 6 for 6 from the field during that span. 5 minutes to go, Florida by 2. Hauk driving inside. Then pass back outside. Here's Lee with it, 10 to shoot. Here's Hauk, back to Lee. 5 to shoot. We lost the handle on it. Hauk, deep 3. Airballs it. Sturts comes away with it for Iowa. Four and a half minutes to go. Florida by 2. Here's a 3 for Iowa. It's good. Iowa back on top. 66-65, 4:15 to go. Seventh lead changes the game. Here's the pass to the corner. Now back to Hauk. Tried for a step back 3. He lost it and hit the ref with the ball. But it looks like that actually goes off of Iowa, so Florida will keep it. The ball hit the ref in the face. That might have come off Florida. I'm not sure. But they'll go to a TV timeout. Arizona leads Utah State 33-24 at halftime. And UConn has just started. UCLA 4-0. 1 minute, 10 seconds in there. You picked Miami, Ohio. Since you stated during the Super Bowl stream they were your Cinderella team. You picked them for first round only. Yeah, I stayed away from Miami, Ohio. Like, obviously, I wanted to see them win a game. Maybe 2 or 3. But, I mean, technically they did win a game, but it was in the first 4. But I wanted to take Miami, Ohio, but I just didn't really think they ended the season on a great note, so I decided to avoid that and ended up working out. But I wish you could have seen them make a run in the tournament. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. A 1-point game. Iowa leads 66-65. Oh, Iowa did challenge. I didn't know if they did. But they did challenge. Yeah, that's definitely off Florida. So Iowa wins the challenge, and they've got the ball here, 3:50 to go. 66-65. Here starts with it. 10 to shoot. Starts, step back 3. Rattles out. And then the rebound. How is the shot clock at 0? But they called a foul on the rebound. They called it against Boogie Fland. So a 1-1 here for Iowa. So the first free throw, no good. And now a foul on the rebound going against Iowa this time. So when Alex Condon will go to the other end and shoot a 1-1. Knew the game would be good, but thought Florida would win by 12. Yeah, I didn't expect this game to be quite this good, this close or this good, but I agree. I thought Florida would win by, I don't know an exact number, but I thought they'd win by a decent amount without being a blowout. So Condon, 1-1, swirls out. Rebound goes to Florida, and Houck throws it off the Iowa player. I think we got another foul called. Yeah, another foul called against Iowa. Here's Houck for a 1-1, and his first free throw is good. Ties the game at 66. .323 to go. And Houck makes both free throws. So 1 point Florida lead, 3:15 on the clock. Here starts with it for Iowa. Game will seed 5 ties, 8 lead changes. Here starts, puts up a 3. Off the back of the rim. Rebound goes to Iowa. And we've got another foul called on the loose ball. They'll call against Florida. Xavier Lee gets called. So Tavion Banks at the free throw line for Iowa. His first free throw, no good. Rebound, Florida. Actually, I think they called that previous foul on Alex Condon, giving him 4. Here's Condon inside. He lays it in off the glass. Florida by 3. And we've got a timeout by Florida. (69-66). Florida up by 3 with 2:40 to go. And now each team with 1 timeout remaining as well. After Florida calls that one. Give me 1 second, just refreshing the page to make sure I'm not delayed at all. Alright. So 2:40 to go, 3-point game. Wow, Florida's 12 for 16 from the field in the second half. That is really good. So a 3-point game. Shot clock winding down. There's a bounce pass inside. Nice pass, and it's thrown down. 69-68. Florida by 1, 2:10 to go. Here's Condon. Handed off to Lee. Lee driving inside. His layup off the glass and in. Florida back by 3. They're back up by 3. Both teams 30 points to paint. There's a cross-court pass. Bounce pass inside. Sturts lost it, and it's stolen by Florida. So Florida up 3. 1:25 on the clock. Fland holding the ball for Florida. 10 to shoot. Now 5 to shoot. Fland inside. Lost it out of bounds. Off of Iowa. 3.5 to shoot. Oh, that one. I think that might be off Fland. Iowa's going to challenge. And I think this is another one they should win. But obviously we'll have to wait and see. But I think this is a good challenge for Iowa. Alright, so they're back from commercial. Yeah, I think this is definitely off of... that's actually closer than it seems. I think that's still in his hand even after it gets knocked or tipped by the Iowa defender. I think this should be Iowa ball. This is close. I think this should be off Florida, though. So let's see. Here comes the call. if it stays Florida ball, they're going to have to shoot very quickly. 3.5 on the shot clock. Alright, so we'll get the call in a second. And the call is reversed. Iowa wins the challenge. So it's Iowa ball, down by 3, minute 10 on the clock. But Iowa now out of challenges, but they keep the timeout. So 1 timeout for each team. Sturts with it, minute to play. Sturts drives in on Flan. His floater goes in. 1-point game. .52 seconds left. Florida by 1. Here's Lee with it. He finds Condon. And Condon driving in. He lost the ball. You have to prevent it from going out of bounds. Bounce past the Hawk. 10 to shoot. Houck puts up a 3. Airballs it. And they're going to say out of bounds off of Iowa. It is, yeah. The Florida guy throws it out off of Iowa. 4.7 on the shot clock. They get it in. Houck, a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Iowa. Down by 1. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds left. Sturts with it. Sturts drives inside. Puts up a shot. Off the glass. Won't go. Rebound goes to Florida and a foul. With 8.9 to go. Iowa not out of it because the most these free throws can do would put it a 3-point game. Seems like Sturts was trying to drop the foul there. But the first free throw is no good. That's a big miss. They are in the double bonus. So obviously you get to the second. But at worst for Iowa, it's a 2-point game. 8.9 to go. Both teams still have a timeout as well. Second free throw is good. And there is a timeout by Florida. So up by 2. 8.9 to go. And let's see what Iowa comes up with here. Down by 2. Trying to be the first team to beat a 1 seed in this tournament. So Florida up by 2. We'll see if Iowa wants to go for the 2 to tie or 3 to win. Bennett Sturtz, 13 points. You'd imagine Iowa's going to have the ball in his hands. So they get it into Sturtz. And Sturtz, bounce pass. Here's a three. Wide open. It's good. Iowa leads 73-72. 3.9 to go. Timeout, Florida. Or sorry, timeout, Iowa. Iowa up by 1. 3.9 to go. No, never mind. They didn't call a timeout. They're going to check the clock. Sorry about that. So they're going to put more time on the clock. It's at 3.9 right now. When the ball goes through the net, there is about 4.5, maybe 4.4. So they'll put at least half a second back on the clock. So we're back up to 4.5. So a 1-point game. That was a huge 3 for Iowa. Puts them up 1. 73-72. Iowa leads Florida, the defending national champs. So now Iowa calls their final timeout. But what a play on this last possession for Iowa. They get the ball into Sturtz. He takes it up. And then the bounce pass to the corner. And he was wide open as well. So Iowa, 73-72. .5 on the clock. So you've got plenty of time. If you're Florida, you just gotta make sure you don't do what Ohio State did in the opening game of the tournament. Make sure, and that all they did was get off a half-court shot with 4 seconds. So Iowa 73-72, 4.5 on the clock. Condon to inbound the ball, he gets it into Lee. Lee driving inside. They don't get a shot off. Iowa upsets Florida. I don't know if he tried to pass that off or if the ball got knocked free. But they don't get a shot off. The defending champs are out. And Iowa is going to the Sweet 16. I don't even know what happened there. They got something going to the rim. I don't know if you lost the ball or if you tried to pass it off. But what an upset for Iowa. Yeah, he tried to pass it off to Hauk. But he couldn't. I don't even think he was expecting the pass. But wow, what an upset win for Iowa. So they will move on to the Sweet 16, and they'll play Nebraska for a spot in the Elite Eight. Wow, talk about a major upset. Florida, 3 losses for your bracket. Yeah, that's one that's going to hurt a lot of brackets. I mean, there was no more perfect brackets before this game, but that is going to knock out a lot. Or, not knock out a lot, but destroy a lot of brackets. But Florida, they were the 4th most picked team to win the national championship, and they have now been eliminated in the second round. We usually do see a team that is a 1 seed eliminated in the first weekend, and in this case, it is Florida, as they fall to Iowa. We got 2 games on right now. We got Arizona and Utah State. Arizona right now up 14. And UCLA UConn. UCLA leads by 3. 11 minutes in. So we'll watch Arizona Utah State for a little bit. And then we'll go and watch the other game. Might make another short later on my reaction to the Florida-Iowa. Although, I don't know if I really want to do that because I didn't know what was going on. So I don't know if that's going to make a good short or not. But I'll check it out later. Make 6 Big Ten in the Sweet 16 with 1 more currently playing. That is true. That is a lot. UCLA a chance to get there. Wow. I mean, that is really good. And a Big Ten team eliminates an SEC team as well. So the SEC, they have the most teams in the tournament, and they'll have what? Do they have a team in the Sweet 16? Yeah, Sweet 16? Nebraska, no. Kentucky, no. They could get Alabama. Do they have a team in the Sweet 16 right now? I don't think so. Unless I'm forgetting somebody. Let's see. Duke, St. John's are not SEC teams. Michigan State is not an SEC team. Oh, they have Texas. And Texas and Arkansas. And Tennessee. Okay. So I forgot all 3. So the SEC right now with 3 teams in the Sweet 16. Big Ten with 6. The Big 12 with 2. ACC with 1. Big East with 1 right now. But Arizona up 53-31. UCLA up 20-17. And Alabama, Texas Tech set the tip off at exactly 10 o'clock. You know, I said we're going to watch Arizona, Utah State, but Arizona seems to be starting to pull away. Yeah, let's actually put on... Let's go watch UCLA and UConn. And then when this first half is over, we'll go check Arizona. If not, we'll just watch Alabama, Texas Tech. But UCLA up by 3, 20-17. Agreed? Yeah, I think that makes most sense. I don't really want to watch a game that's a 20-point game at the moment. But while we wait for them to come back from commercial, be sure to smash that like button. So far, I've got just 2 likes on this stream. So if you guys can hit that like button, that'd be much appreciated. Oh, let me also add the Iowa upset to our scrolling scores on the bottom. There we go. Also, I just realized this. Iowa's upset of Florida means a 1 seed is lost to a non-1 seed for the first time in a while. Because last year, we saw all the 1 seeds make the Final Four. So they all beat each other. So it's Florida's the first 1 seed to lose to a non-1 seed. Since, hold on, I gotta pull up the 2024 bracket. Since, let's see, North Carolina lost to Alabama. Is that it? Yeah, Alabama beat North Carolina in Sweet 16 that year. Oh, Duke actually also beat Houston in Sweet 16 that year. But it's the first time in a couple years we've seen a 1 seed lose to a non-number 1 seed in the tournament. So they're back from commercial. UCLA by 3, 20-17. UCLA is one of my, I guess you can call them Cinderella teams, although they're not technically Cinderella. But I've got them in the Elite Eight against St. John's. Big East is kind of my chaos region. So, although maybe it's the South now that Iowa's in the Sweet 16. But I did take a St. John's UCLA Elite Eight in the East region. UConn makes a 3 and got fouled, so they'll have a chance at a 4-point play with 6:51 to go in the first half. So here's the free throw to complete the 4-point play. Jaden Ross, the guy, shot the 3, misses the free throw, so can't complete the 4-point play. So here's Donovan Dent with it. He gives it off to Clark. 10 to shoot. And now here's a foul called against UConn. I almost just said Utah. But a foul gets called with 6:27 to go. That is the 6th team foul against UConn. Here's a pass inside. And the layup, no good. Foul got called. Another foul called against UConn. And the first free throw, no good. So Terrace Reed had a huge game in the first round against Furman. Very quiet so far, and he's also going to have to sit with 3 fouls. But so far, he's got just 4 points, 3 rebounds, after having over 30 points and like 25 rebounds in the first round. Going AFK to do some chores and listen. Okay, sounds good. We got a foul down low against UCLA. Here's a 3 for UConn, wide open. It's good. UConn by 2, 23-21. That is their first lead today, as they're up by 2. UConn 4 for 12 from 3-point range. UCLA's only shot 2, but they've made them both. There's a pass inside, and the layup through contact doesn't go. Foul is called. Yep, definitely fell. So the first free throw is good. Makes it 23-22 UConn. And second free throw, also good. So we're tied at 23 with 5:36 to go in the first half. Here's a left wing 3 off the front of the rim. No good. A foul got called, though. They're going to call Donovan Dent for the foul. And Jaden Ross, the guy who just got fouled on the 3, is going to go back to the line for free throws. UCLA was arguing he stuck his leg out. And yeah, he does. So the first 2 free throws are good. And Ross for the third free throw is also good. So he makes all 3 from the line. So 3-point UConn lead, 26-23. 5:10 to go in the first half. Here's Dent with it. Dent back out, wide open for three. It's good, tied at 26. Booker, he's got 12 points for UCLA. Did a couple threes, including the one right there. And Dent with already his 4th assist. Here's Caravan, bounce pass inside. And that layup goes in off the glass. UConn back on top. Here's Dent for three. No good. That is UCLA's first missed three-pointer of the day. And here's a free throw line jumper. That's good. UCLA has hit one field goal in the last 5 minutes to make it 2 as Dent banks it in. Off the glass, 3:50 to go. Here's a bounce pass inside, thrown down. 32-28 after the dunk. Here's Dent with it, driving inside. Dent rolls around the rim and out, but he got fouled. And we're going to go to a TV timeout. Will Skybook get 400 or 500 concussions this year? I'll go 400. He's insane. I mean, with the way he plays, I'm actually surprised he hasn't gotten an official concussion yet. And I mean, hopefully it stays that way. But, I mean, he's playing football after all. Texas Tech, Alabama is going to start at 10:08. 25 minutes after Iowa and Florida ended. Give me 1 second. Alright, but we wait for them to come back from commercial. Arizona leads Utah State by 11. 55-44. Winner of that game will face Arkansas. Winner of this game, UCLA-UConn, will face Michigan State in the Sweet 16. And then the winner of Texas Tech, Alabama later will get a very tough match. They'll face Michigan. Which is definitely not going to be easy. RIP High Point. Yeah, they were great. I was thinking to see them go down, but even though it was only one game, they had a great run. That Wisconsin game was great. And I even thought they played really well yesterday, despite the loss. The Big Ten is 13-2 in the tournament, which is the best record of any multi-bid conference. Okay, this is an interesting one. Coaches wearing suits are 11-8 so far this tournament. That's interesting. Are both coaches wearing suits here? Yeah, both coaches in this game are wearing suits. Question, when are you making predictions for every team in the NFL and the playoffs? I'm going to wait till a lot closer to the season to do that. Probably sometime in August. Like, I'll still do, like, videos and stuff, like teams I like in the offseason. Or I think have had good off seasons. I was thinking about that last night. I'm going to do a post-free agency mock draft. Maybe, I don't think this upcoming week, I think next week. Like, I'll still do a bunch of NFL videos, but as far as predictions go, probably not till August. Or maybe early September, I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it all works out. So a 2-point UConn lead, 32-30. Here's Smith with it. And here's a 3 for UConn. It's good. 5-point game, 35-30. As Mullins nails the 3. He's got 5 points. UConn 5 for 13 from 3. UCLA 3 for 4. Here's Dent. He lost the ball. And then it goes out of bounds. Oh, Harris Reed's actually got 2 fouls. I said 3 before. He's actually got 2. Here's Perry with it for UCLA. 5 to shoot. Perry drives in, and his layup goes in off the glass. 3-point game. So a 3-point game. This pass gets tipped out of bounds. So UConn will keep it. 7 to shoot. And we've got a timeout by UConn. With 1:49 to go. And UConn up by 3. Arizona, Utah State is a little bit closer. 55-47, although Arizona still up by 8. Give me 1 second. Just realized I forgot to change my title of last night's stream, so I did that just now. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Next year, Providence beats out Purdue in a 15-2 and makes the run of the Final Four. Source, trust me, bro. I mean, you never know. We saw St. Peter's make a run to the Elite Eight. What was that? 4 years ago? I mean, you never know. 2022, yes, 4 years ago. But yeah, it's possible. Well, 16 beats a 1 was also 23, yeah. I remember that. 2018 and 2023, I remember those. So 7 to shoot. Here's the pass inside. Now 5 to shoot. Here's Smith driving in. Gotta put up a shot. He does. It hits the rim. And the tip back doesn't go. So here is UCLA. Perry driving inside. And we're going to get a blocking foul called against UConn. So that'll send Trenton Perry to the line. And that also puts UCLA in the bonus plus. Fairleigh Dickinson over Purdue. Yeah, I remember I watched like that entire game. I always thought Purdue was just going to eventually like take control of the game. They just never did. And the first one was obviously UMBC over Virginia in 2018. Second free throw, no good. Here's Smith with it for UConn. Now Mullins, he passes inside, back out to Smith. And he drives in, 10 to shoot. He gives it up. Down to 5 to shoot. Mullins with a deep 3. It's good! 5-point UConn lead. 50.6 to go in the first half. And we get a timeout by UCLA. I mean, what a shot here. That's a pretty deep 3. That's a shot clock expires as well. So we wait for them to come back from commercial, wait in the first half. UConn by 5. Arizona leading by 7, with 7:27 to go there. So here's Dent with it for UCLA. 45 seconds to play in the first half. Dent, his pass gets deflected out of bounds off UConn. So they'll keep it. 39.1 on the clock, 18 to shoot. So they inbound it to Donovan Dent. He gives it up. Here's Trent Perry. Now he passed it off. 10 to shoot. The drive inside. Ball got knocked free. Stolen by UConn. Shot clock off. They can hold for the final shot. So here is Malachi Smith. He passed it off. 8 to shoot. 8 on the clock. And now we got a travel called against UConn. 3.9 left in the first half. So here's the half-court shot. Dent. No good. Kind of close. But no good. 38-33. UConn leads at the half. Over UCLA. UConn 26-1 this year. When leading at halftime. So we got UConn by 5, Arizona also up by 5, and Alabama Texas Tech starts in a minute. But we'll watch Utah State Arizona for now, considering that's becoming a pretty close game. 7 minutes to go there. So UCLA up 5 at the half, Arizona up 5. Dang it, I just said it backwards. UConn up 5 at the half, and Arizona also up 5 with 7 minutes to play. We had a tie-up called. Arizona ball. 7:12 to go. Here's a 3 off the inbound, no good. Arizona gets their own miss. 7 minutes to go. Here's the drive inside, layup. Go! Wow, what a shot! That was a tough layup. And Arizona gets to go up by 7. Jaden Bradley. Here's a 3 for Utah State. It's good! 4-point game. 6.5 minutes to go. So here's Bradley with it for Arizona. His pass down low. Got a good look. Well, can't get it to go. Rebound is tipped back in. Arizona up 6 with a little over 6 minutes to play. And now we've got a foul called away from the ball. I should probably go study meteorology or math, but it's March. Totally not making excuses. I'd probably do the same thing. And how could you do that when there's March Madness on? Alright, they're reviewing this foul here for a flagrant. So we'll see what they do here. 5:55 to go. The official's talking it over here. So I think they're trying to determine if it was enough contact to the head or neck area. I'm not sure though. So let's see. Here's the call. See, after review, the call on the four stands was just a common foul. So it'll stay that way, and Utah State gonna go to the line for free throws. Both teams in the bonus, Arizona in the double bonus. Six-point game. First free throw is good. And second free throw is also good. So 60-56, Arizona leads. Utah State a full court press here. They try for a trap in the corner, almost trapped him. Now here's Bradley the other way. His layup high off the glass and in. And a foul. Jaden Bradley a chance at a three-point play. Bradley's got 14 points. Try to make it 15 here with the free throw. And it's good. Here's an open three for Utah State. No good. .525 to go. Arizona up by 7. Here's the drive inside. And the pass inside got tipped. And it's stolen by Utah State. They've got it the other way. Ball gets knocked free. And here's a wide open three. It's good. 4-point Arizona lead. .63-59. And we got a timeout. But it's just a 4-point game with 4:49 to go. Arizona looked like they were starting to pull away, but Utah State still in it. Arizona was up 18 with 14:43 to go. But then from that point to the 7:27 mark, Utah State went on an 18-5 run. Wait, how are they back from commercial? Was I that far behind? I'm not sure, but they're back from commercial. I just refreshed the page when they're at commercial just to make sure I'm all caught up. Apparently I was not. And it's now 65-59 after a layup by Jaden Bradley. There's a free throw line jumper, rims out. And rebound goes to Arizona. We got a foul called here. Bradley going to go to the line. Jaden Bradley, an 80% free throw shooter. He's at exactly 80% today, 4 for 5. He's got 17 points. And the first free throw for Bradley's good. .407 to go. Here's the second free throw to put Arizona by 7. Bradley's second free throw rolls off the rim. They get the rebound. Although not able to control it, as it goes out of bounds. Yep, that's a good call. Here's the drive inside, way up, off the glass, and in. A quick 2 for Utah State. 5-point game, 4 minutes to go. Allen, number 8, he's got 11 points for Utah State. So 3:40 to go. Arizona by 5. Here's Bradley with it. Bradley to the corner. Here's the drive inside, way up, off the glass, no good. Rebound, Arizona. Second chance points don't go either. But a foul gets called, and Arizona could go to the line for 2 shots. So a 5-point game, 3:24 to go. Arizona leads. Alabama, Texas Tech is tipped off a few minutes ago. Alabama up 13-7. Where that game faces Purdue. But Utah State making this interesting. A 5-point game. Could be a 7-point game, as we got free throws here upcoming for Arizona. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Give me 1 second. Alright, again, we wait for them to come back from commercial. UCLA, UConn still at the half. Alabama now up 7 on Texas Tech. Alright, they're back from commercial here. Utah State in the second half, they're 6 for 15 from 3 after 1 for 12 in the first half. Here are free throws for Arizona. First one's good, makes it a 6-point lead. And the second free throw would put him up by 7. And it is good. Well, Arizona's got 21 offensive rebounds. That is a ton. And they're out-rebounding Utah State 48-25. Way up for Utah State doesn't go. Burries takes it the other way for Arizona. So now a foul gets called. So 3:02 to go. 2 free throws for Arizona. Both teams in the double bonus. First one's good. So here is the second free throw. And it's also good. So 70-61. Arizona leads, 3 minutes to go. Here's Allen with it for Utah State. He swings one to the corner. 4-3. It's good. Utah State cuts to a 6-point game. They're really shooting the ball well in the second half. Two and a half minutes to go. Here's Bradley with it for Arizona. Bradley, 5 to shoot. Kicks out. There's Burries. He drives inside. Now 2 to shoot. Puts up a 3. It's good. What a shot. A deep 3 as a shot clock expires. And Arizona back up by 9. Braden Burries has 15. He's made all 3 of his threes as well. So now we got a timeout by Utah State. Man, what a shot by Braden Burries. He's got 15. That was a huge shot. Shot clock winding down. A deep 3. Right when Utah State cut to a 6-point game as well. He nails the 3 and puts him back up by 9. He's got 15 points, also 8 rebounds. We got 2:02 to go. So 2:02 to go. Utah State gets it in, puts up a 3. Rims out. Rebound Arizona. Up by 9. Here's Burries. He drives in, kicks out. Now here's Bradley outside. 5 on the shot clock. Bradley. Off balance jumper, way off. And here's Utah State the other way. Here's a 3. Rims out. Rebound goes to Arizona. Burries gets his 9th rebound. And he gets fouled as he brings it up the floor. So Braden Burries at the line. He's got 15 tonight, an 80% free throw shooter on the season. On the day he's 2 for 3 from the line. So minute 13 to go. Burries at the line. Arizona up by 9. This game's an example why Arizona's not in your Final Four. Yeah, they haven't looked great. I don't know. I still think they're really good. So minute 13 to go. Not really sure what the delay was right there. Maybe they got the foul on the wrong guy. I'm not sure. But minute 13 to go. Burries his first free throw. No good. Second free throw is good. Arizona up by 10. There's a pump fake. Here's a 3 for Utah State. Air ball. 1:03 to go. Arizona by 10. Arizona in trouble getting it in, but they get it in, but then knocked out of bounds by Utah State. So Arizona will try it again. So Utah State can start fouling. 59.9 to go. So here's free throws for Arizona. First one is good, puts them up by 11. I don't know how much Utah State really should foul. I mean, this game pretty much over right now. Second free throw rolls in. So 12-point game. They'll put up a 3. Airballed again. Arizona controls it here, and they can... Utah State not fouling. Can't quite run out the clock. Shot clock's still on, but... Arizona will be on their way to the Sweet 16. And they will face Arizona. What a game that'll be. That should be really fun. Burries drives in. His shot doesn't go. The putback is good as it gets tipped in. 14-point game. There's a dunk for Utah State. Gets the 2 points back, but still a 12-point game, 19 seconds to go. And that will do it. So Arizona moves on to the Sweet 16, 78-66 as they beat Utah State. So they go to the Sweet 16. They'll play Arkansas as they hold off the Utah State comeback attempt and win by 12. Wow, Alabama up 16 on Texas Tech. 26-10. That's a lot. We'll go watch UCLA and UConn now. They've started the second half 4 minutes in. Game tied at 42. Alright, they're going to review something here. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what. Well, 15:43 to go, tied at 42. And they'll go to commercial. I remember what I was going to check. I got distracted. But I was going to see if Alabama's on like a crazy run. They're on a 10-1 run in the last 3:17. And they were on a 24-8 run over pretty much the previous 7 minutes. But Alabama leading by 16. Just 10.5 minutes in. Definitely would not expect that game to be like that. Thought that'd be pretty close. Texas Tech has made just 4 of their 16 shots. Alabama 9 for 21 from the field. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial break. Winner of this game faces Michigan State. We now know 14 of the 16 teams that'll be in the Sweet 16. Just waiting on either UCLA or UConn and Texas Tech or Alabama. But I actually took UCLA in this game. I have them getting to the Elite Eight and then losing to St. John's. But we'll have to see if that is going to end up happening. Arizona, Arkansas on Thursday after Arizona's win. That's a great job. They cut back to the game late, and we missed 2 points for UCLA. So here's UConn with it, though. Smith driving inside, puts the brakes on, and goes back outside. Here's Caravan. He drives in. Caravan weighs in off the glass. Tied at 44. Caravan's got 17 points for UConn. Here's a foul against UConn. 15-10 to go in this game. Tied at 44. So they get it into Quark, and he travels. So a turnover for UCLA. We stay tied at 44. Here's Reed with it for UConn. Now here's Caravan. Pass to Reed in the post. And Reed woos it out of bounds. UCLA ball. Dan Hurley's not happy. Shocker. So here's Dent in a tie game. Now he passes Purry inside. Free throw on jumper off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound UCLA. Here's Purry, corner 3. Airballs that one. And we've got another foul. Goes against UCLA. $14:24 to go. Caravan scored all 6 of the UConn second half points. Five to shoot. Here's Caravan in the corner. He drives inside. Caravan puts up a shot. Doesn't go. Reed with the putback. That doesn't go either. Caravan gets the miss. He banks it in. UConn by 2. Caravan continues to have all the points for UConn here in the second half. And now a foul away from the ball against UConn. As Clark got knocked to the ground for UCLA. They're going to review this right here. See if there's a potential flagrant. I don't really see anything right here that would be. They call it against number 2 of UConn. And I think this should probably stay a common foul. Oh, they actually changed who the foul is on. It's actually on 23 of UConn. So it's on Jaden Ross, the guy who's got fouled twice on a 3 before. But after they review it, it's just a common foul. So they don't upgrade it to a flagrant at all. So here's Clark off the inbound. His 3, no good. And UConn pulls down the rebound. And we got a travel here against UConn. Mullins turned it over 4 times. UConn as a team turned it over 12 times. UCLA 8. Now we got another foul. This time one against UCLA. An illegal screen. So 13 minutes to go. UConn by 2. Here's Mullins' drive inside. Free throw line jump shot is good. He's the first player to score for UConn in this half besides Alex Caravan. Look, here's Dent with it. And he gives it off to Clark, but he can't handle the pass, and it's out of bounds off UCLA. UCLA averaged 8.9 turnovers a game. Tonight they've already turned over 10 times. So 12 minutes to go. Or over 12 minutes. Here's Caravan for 3. It's good! 51-44. UConn a 9-0 run in the last 3:15. And a timeout UCLA. .12:06 to go in this game. UConn on a 9-0 run. Up by 7. As they lead 51-44 as their largest lead of the day. Alabama still up big on Texas Tech. They're up 32-17. And that is very one-sided. Definitely thought that game would be a lot closer. Actually thought Texas Tech would win. Luckily for me, though, not a game I picked. Well, I guess you could say luckily and unluckily at the same time. Because that's not a game I picked in my bracket. But instead I took Akron to make the Sweet 16, which might even be worse. But after the Arizona State win, I am up to 460 points. I'm in the 90.4 percentile, and I'm in 2.6 millionth place. Florida's loss does cost me some points, so I have them going to the Elite 8. But they're the first team I have going to the Elite 8 that's been eliminated. Although UCLA in a little trouble right here, I also took them to go to the Elite 8. I took a hit on your rating. Yeah, I can imagine. Not many people probably took Florida to lose in the second round. Nope, just 5% of people took Iowa to beat Florida. So that is going to hurt a lot of people's brackets. I mean, Florida also a popular championship pick. You're 791,480 points. I mean, the top million is still really good. I mean, I know a million is a lot of brackets, but of like 26 million, that is really good. So Purdy driving in for UCLA. His layup doesn't go in. And the rebound goes out of bounds off of UCLA. And we've got another TV timeout. Top brackets, people made multiple. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because you give yourself more opportunities to do well. I made like a bunch of brackets, and my best one is not even top million. Like the one I actually made, like my main bracket, the one I did and made my video on, like that's my best one. Alabama continues to destroy Texas Tech. They're up 37-19. But Alabama looking for a spot in the Sweet 16 against Michigan. And they're up quite big. Give me 1 second. Does Alabama understand need Texas Tech to win? I guess not. Maybe if you told them that and they'll start taking it easy. You know, I thought that'd be a really close game. I thought it was gonna be close and high scoring. And instead we got one team scoring and the other team not so much. And it surely hasn't been close. So we got inside 12 minutes to go here. Smith bringing it up the floor for UConn. And here's a pass inside. Reed under the basket. And Reed, hook shot, goes in. UConn by 9. UCLA no points in the last 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Here's Dent, bounce pass inside. Mid-range jumper rims out. The streak of no points continues for the Bruins. Now down to 11 minutes to go. 10 to shoot for UConn. Here's Smith, pass inside to Reed. Reed kicks out. Corner 3, no good. And now we got a foul getting called. A foul called against UCLA. Not sure what just happened there for the stream, but we're good now. Caravan sidestep 3. It's good. UConn up by 12. They're on a 14-0 run in the last 5 minutes. Caravan's got 25. UConn with their largest lead. Now we got a foul called against UConn. So they inbound it to Perry. Dent gets it back. Here's Perry up top, back to Dent. Shot clock winding down. Dent driving in. Dent off the glass, doesn't go. We got 10:01 to go. So Dent got fouled on that shot, so he'll shoot free throws. And Donovan Dent makes the first free throw. And finally gets a point for UCLA. Although still no field goal makes in a while. Second free throw is also good. 10-point game. Here's Caravan. And we got a travel called against UConn. That is their 13th turnover. So a 10-point game, under 10 minutes to go. Here's Perry in the right corner. And Perry cross-court pass for 3. It's good. Big shot there for UCLA. Their first made field goal in a while. And it's a 7-point game. And now we got a UConn timeout with 9 minutes, 12 seconds left on the clock. But UCLA making it interesting. Trying to cut into this UConn lead after the huge run by UConn. Alabama now leading Texas Tech 40-21. That's quite the difference. A very one-sided first half. We saw a very one-sided second half earlier today with Iowa State and Kentucky. That was a close game in the first half, and then Iowa State just dominated in the second half, and they outscored Kentucky 51-33 in the second half, which included a 36-11 run from the last 90 seconds of the first half till 10 minutes to play. But yeah, they've really dominated in the second half. And they'll play Tennessee in the Sweet 16. So 9 minutes to go, a 7-point UConn lead. Here's a bounce pass inside. 10 to shoot. Here's Smith, he kicks out for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound UCLA. So here's Dent. He passes it off. Now the drive inside. Through the contact. Off the glass. Won't go. Here's Caravan. He kicks out. Ball for 3. No good. Rebound. Back to Solo Ball. His 3 again off the mark. And then UCLA comes away with it. Here's the drive inside. We got a blocking foul called against UConn. And they're going to count the basket as well. They called against Solo Ball. And just like that, UConn can cut it to a 4-point game. For Ball, that's his 3rd foul. the free throw is good. They complete the 3-point play. So a 4-point UConn lead is UCLA on an 8-0 run in the last minute 50. Biggest upset of the tournament, Florida or Wisconsin? Man, both are big. I mean, Wisconsin lost to a 12 seed, but Florida's also the much better team. I have no idea. Both are pretty big. Here's Reed inside. He lays it in. 6-point UConn lead. You would say Florida since they were expected to go far and even all the way. Yeah, I mean, they were expected to go far. I would also probably say Florida because they're a 1 seed, whereas you see 5 seeds lose all the time to 12 seeds. I'm not saying you don't see 9 seeds beat 1 seeds, but probably the more unexpected upset. The 3 off the mark for UCLA. They get their own miss. Pass inside. Wide open. And a 2 for UCLA. 4-point game. 7:15 to go. Here's Mullins. He finds Caravan. Cross-court pass. Malachi Smith. And he travels. Another turnover for UConn. And UCLA only down 4 on a 10-2 run. UConn leads 58-54. And Alabama leads, they've almost doubled the score Texas Tech has at halftime. 49-25. That is crazy. And that's a game between a 4 seed and a 5 seed. We're not talking like a 1-16. We're talking a 4 seed and a 5 seed, and Alabama's up by 24 at the half. That's crazy. Texas Tech came into the game at a 1.5-point favorite. And instead of Alabama even covering, they're up by 24 at the half. That's crazy. UCLA also on a 10-2 run. In the last 3:43. After UConn had their largest lead of the day, up by 12. UCLA has cut that to 4 with 6:58 to go. And a big difference in the Alabama-Texas Tech games. Alabama's making their shots. Texas Tech is not. Texas Tech, they're shooting 32% from the field, 15% from 3, 2 for 13, and 10 for 31. Alabama, 17 for 39 from the field. That's 43%. And 40% from 3, 11 for 27. So that is a major difference. Can't win with those stats. Yeah, definitely not. Alright, back from commercial here. UCLA has scored in their last 4 possessions. Here's Perry driving inside. His floater, no good. Rebound goes to UConn. Terrace Reed grabs it. UConn out-rebounding UCLA 27-20. There's Caravan passes inside to Reed, and a foul called. So 6:24 to go. They inbounded the Caravan. Next foul against UCLA sends UConn to the line. Here's Reed inside, gets double teamed. And Reed trying to fight off the double team. Can't get that shot to go. So here's Dent with it for UCLA, 6 minutes to play. 4-point game. Here's Quark. Free throw line jumper does not go. Rebound UConn. UConn, one field goal in the last 5 minutes. Here's a three. He got fouled. The shot does not go. That is the third time we've seen UCLA foul on a three. Just don't want to do that, and they've done it 3 times. That foul went against Perry. That's his third. So 3 free throws here from Mullins. First one's good. Braylon Mullins, an 86% free throw shooter. He's got 11 points. Second free throw is also good. And third free throw is also good. So he makes all 3. So we got a 7-point UConn lead, 61-54. Here's Dent driving inside. His layup high off the glass doesn't go. And the rebound goes to UConn. Here's the bounce pass inside, and it's thrown down. UConn back up by 9. Here's Perry with it. He drives in. And Perry, his shot got rejected by the bottom of the rim. Might have actually gotten blocked by Caravan, not sure. And now we got a tech against Mick Cronin. He says he never said a word. So Caravan at the free throw line to shoot for the tech. And he makes it. And second free throw for Caravan. It's also good. He's got a career high 27 points. 9 for 16 from the field. Right after UCLA's run, UConn has answered. They're on a 7-0 run in the last 43 seconds. Here's a pass inside, off the glass, and in. UConn by 13. 67-54, 10-0 run. And a timeout by UCLA. No points the last 3 minutes for the Bruins as well. But UCLA goes in the, or UConn goes in the run, UCLA goes in the run, and then UConn answers right back. A 9-0 run in the last minute 24. UConn up by 13, that is their largest lead of the day. Caravan's got a career high 27. Daly and Booker both have 12 for UCLA. That's tied for their highest score. Give me 1 second. Alright. So we still wait for them to come back from commercial break here. UConn up by 13. The box score is updating. I don't think so. There we go. Did not realize that. So thanks for pointing that out. Alright, now they should be updating. So they're talking about the Mick Cronin technical foul, and he said he didn't say anything. The only thing that he was seen doing is clapping. But not really sure what caused the technical. I hate technical fouls. Like, there's no reason you should ever get a foul for saying something to the ref. That's just not There's no reason for that to be a rule in basketball, in my opinion. Texas Tech score doesn't look any better before the update. Yeah, 'cause they're still at halftime. So, obviously that score not going to change. Maybe they can have a big second half. Who knows? But from the looks of it so far, not too promising. But here's the drive inside. Pull-up jumper. No good. 4 minutes to go. UConn by 13. Not really liking this, considering I picked UCLA to go to the Elite Eight. Can't have them lose here, but looking like that might be the case. Here's Mullins for 3. No good. UCLA gets the rebound. Here's Perry. His pass underneath. And a foul got called. So 3:33 to go. So here's Booker. First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. So 12-point game, 3.5 minutes to go. UConn winning 67-55. Here's the bounce pass inside to Reed. He throws it down. UConn by 14. Harris Reed's got 10 points. UConn their largest lead of the day. Here's Clark driving inside. Clark puts the brakes on. And his shot falls. Making a 12-point game. Now some full court pressure from UCLA. So here's Smith with it. Under 10 to shoot. Here's Mullins driving in. And that one's stolen by UCLA. Purry's got it the other way. And Purry then has it stripped, and UConn comes away with it. Would have been a opportunity right there to get 2. For UCLA, make it a little bit closer. Here's Smith. And he gets fouled. Or not him, but away from the ball, there's a foul called. Against UCLA. So Terrace Reed got fouled. He's at the line for free throws. A 57.7% free throw shooter, although he's made all 4 so far today. That free throw no good. With a 1-and-1, so UCLA with it the other way. Here's the pass to Clark in the corner. Now Dewey drives inside, and his layup doesn't go. Gets his own miss. Second chance points don't go either. He got fouled on the putbacks. He'll shoot 2. But that is the 5th foul against Ross, so he fouls out with 11 points. So, minute 36 to go. And first free throw rims out. Second free throw is also no good. And a foul there. By UCLA. The first free throw is good. So minute 29 to go. Second free throw is good. So a 14-point game, 71-57. Here's the drive inside. Daly got fouled. And free throw no good. Second free throw is also no good. 71-57. Foul gets called. There's no point in even fouling. But a minute 10 to go. Alabama, Texas Tech now started the second half. It is now a 22-point game. Still not that close. So a 15-point UConn lead. And free throw good again. Well, here's Dent driving inside. Now he kicks out at the corner. Daly for three, no good. Rebound goes to Reed. But UConn are going to hold off UCLA, avoid the upset, and they'll win this one 73-57. And they will move on to play Tom Izzo and Michigan State in the Sweet 16. And this is not a good one for my bracket. I had UCLA in the Elite 8. But yeah, this is not a good one for my bracket. Gonna miss out on some major points. But UConn are going to advance to the Sweet 16. UCLA shot no good. Rebound UConn, and that will do it. Final score 73-57. UConn with the win as they can dribble out the clock. They'll play Michigan State. And the winner of that game will face... Sorry, I lost my shoe across the room. Winner of that game will face Duke or St. John's in the Elite Eight. Now, Alabama, Texas Tech, I mean, it's a 22-point game. I don't know, I think I might just end this stream right here, because I don't really have an interest in watching a 22-point game. I mean, I guess you never know, but with how good Alabama's been, and how poorly Texas Tech has been, or has shot the ball, and how poorly they've played, I don't really see anything too crazy happening. You give Alabama about 5 minutes, see if the score gets closer, otherwise I might call it an early night. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Stay on for a few minutes, see if it gets any closer. Alright, I'll do that. We'll watch for a few minutes. Alabama 13 for 31 from 3. Texas Tech 3 for 16. That one gets blocked by Texas Tech. Alabama gets it back. They put up a 3. Air ball. But Texas Tech comes away with it. And here's a 3 in transition. It's good. 55-36. Oh, no, that didn't go in? Never mind, I thought that went in. But they'll get 2 instead, so a 20-point game. Here's the kick. Sidestep 3. Alabama, that one went in. And they're up by 23. 58-35. Tend to shoot here for Texas Tech. Ball gets knocked free, and Alabama comes away with it. We've actually got a tie up on the floor. So possession arrow goes to Alabama. But they go to commercial. A 23-point game. And let's see how the bracket looks right now. I tell you, probably doesn't look too great. Does it update? It did update. I'm still in the 90th percentile. 460 points. My max points is knocked down to 1660. I also got eliminated in the Eliminator Challenge. I was talking about that yesterday. Of who I was going to pick today. I ended up picking Florida, and of course they lose. So I make it through the first 3 days, and then I lose to Florida. Or I lose because I picked Florida. I could have picked Purdue. I was considering picking them as well. That would have been a safe pick. But I made it through the first 3 days. Not terrible. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial break here. Alabama dominating Texas Tech. So 58-35, Alabama dominating. Alright, here's what I'll say. I'll say if Alabama, or if Texas Tech doesn't make this any closer, by the time we get to the next commercial, I'm probably going to end stream there. Thought that was a safe pick. Yeah, me too. I tried to go with the safe route just to ensure I can get further into the tournament, and then obviously that didn't happen. I mean, anything sure can happen in March. Also, they just showed Alabama's got 17 assists on 20 made field goals. There's another made field goals. They bank it in off the glass. No assist on that one, though. So a 25-point game. There's a pass inside. Almost just threw that pass away. 3 to shoot. Spin inside. And that one goes in. 60-37. Here's a pass to the corner. Ten to shoot. Now 5 to shoot. Rare possession for Alabama, taking the entire shot clock. Here's foul on. That doesn't go. This one gets knocked out of bounds by foul on. Goes out of bounds. So Texas Tech will keep the ball. Here's the bounce pass to Anderson. He then dishes one off inside. Foul gets called. The basket does not go. So Watts at the free throw line. He's got 10 points today. He's got his 11th right there, and it's cut to a 22-point Alabama lead. And second free throw is also good. So 13:45 to go. Here's a right wing three. No good. Foul got called. So Alabama going to go to the line and shoot 3 free throws. So right cell at the free throw line makes the first. Second is also good. And third free throw is good, so he makes all 3. 63-39. $13:40 to go. Here's Anderson with it for Texas Tech. Here's the drive inside, way up. No good. Foul got called. $13:23 to go. Right now a 24-point Alabama lead. So Leon Horner at the line. Made the first free throw. And second free throw is good. So 63-41. Here's foul on. You got double team, then stolen by Texas Tech. Here's Anderson, bounce pass down low. And that shot is good. 20-point game. Now Alabama the other way. Pass the corner. Now foul on up top. Nice passing for Alabama. Now the drive inside. And the layup doesn't go. Rebound Texas Tech. 12:40 to go. Here's Anderson. He'll put up a 3. No good. Now Alabama the other way. And that one does not go. Now Texas Tech pushing the pace the other way. Anderson. His shot got blocked. Now foul on leads Alabama. Euro step inside. Off the back of the rim. No good. Now here's Texas Tech. Anderson. His shot didn't go, but they get their own miss and put it back in. Now here's foul on. His floater off the glass and in. They just keep going back and forth. Alright, so I said when we get to the next commercial, if Texas Tech hadn't made it any closer. I mean, it's an 18-point game right now. I don't know. I still don't think they come back and win. I'm just going to end the stream right here. Try to get to bed early today. Or earlier than the past few nights. When I've gone to bed quite late. But, yeah, that is where I'm going to end today's stream, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be streaming Sweet 16 games. I've got to figure out the time for them. But I don't think they've been announced yet. But I'll be streaming more of the tournament. Oh, Thursday, we got 4 games, obviously. 7:10, 7:30, 9:45, and 10:05. So I'll be streaming on Thursday. I don't know if I'll get on right at 7:10, but I should be able to get on by like 7:30, 8 o'clock. We'll stream that, and then same plan Friday as well. Actually, no, Friday I'm streaming for the UFL season opener. Friday at 8, we got the UFL opener. I'll have a bunch of UFL videos this upcoming week, more March Madness content as well. But yeah, got a lot of content on the way, so be sure to subscribe, turn notifications so you guys don't miss that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe, turn notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you in the next video.